Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. Guys, we know that a lot is going on as it relates to the allegations that are coming out about Sean Diddy Combs. Not only that, ever since the world has learned of Kim Porter's passing, many people have led to the assumption and belief that Diddy might have done it or potentially had something to do with Kim Porter's death. And based on numerous requests, Sloan chimed into Kim Porter's passing. I have a clip that I want to share with you guys because a few days ago I did a video talking about Corey Gamble, Kim Porter's death, and a lot of suspicion arising around Corey Gamble being all too mysterious in Hollywood. So, in this clip, what you're gonna hear is Sloan basically talking about Kim Porter working with the police before her passing. Now, make note, she's going to tell you that it wasn't the local authorities that Kim Porter was working with. And that should definitely mean something to you all. So, let's take a look at this clip together, shall we? And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary because I have a lot to say, and what Sloan is going to say in this clip, it should speak volume about why Diddy is not yet arrested nor is behind bars. But let's get into the clip and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Kim Porter, who passed away due to alleged pneumonia, but there's a lot in her body that's metal toxicity or metal toxins. She's like, out with it, out with it. Toxic metal exposure. Toxic metal exposure through some kind of metallic something, metal, that's like a pencil shaving. So think of how tiny that is. And it went in through the nasal cavity, through a sniffer thing for colds or for allergies, whatever, nose spray. And it was tampered with. So many things were tampered with. Oh my God, her phone was hijacked. She had a second phone, by the way, and nobody got that phone. That phone is hidden. I don't think anybody knows where that phone is because she didn't tell anybody before she passed, but she had a second phone. So conversations about what's going down and coming out were done on a, quote, burner phone. I think she's like, no, don't say it, but I'm going to say it. I feel like she has either a post office box, a bank security box, something storage box that nobody knows about. And it'll be found, but I feel like she was hiding things there. I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up. And there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling. A few years before Kim passed, so probably 2016-ish time frame, thereabouts, could have been 2017, but a long enough time where it was more than 12 months, might not have been quite 2 years, she was speaking to authorities. Now, who the authorities are, I don't think it's like local cops. I think it's maybe more like people who investigate things. She was speaking to them about something that she became aware of. And she had never been aware of this before. She'd been aware of a lot of things. Don't kid yourself. She was not sheltered and she was not naive to whom she had children with. But this was different. This was like a whole notch up of like, oh my God. She was communicating with authorities. I heard that. Authorities were aware of something, that information that she had, and were asking her to gather more, and I'll use the word intel, but more information about a particular instance. Now the instance, what I was shown is the instance went back to a party that she attended, and it was a very formal gathering with very high backseat chairs and a very, very long table. a very dark room with like crimson coloring inside this room. It's a formal dining dinner of some kind, and people are talking all across, and there's different kinds of people. These aren't just music people, these are all kinds of people. These are different people. At this dinner, there was some brokering deals done, okay? Because I feel like she was invited and observant, but not participant, okay? So she was not participating in this, but she observed what was going on. And I feel like it upset her. The ritualized sexual abuse of minors, that is what she hooked into. That is what she found out. Now, when that happens, the person, and we'll just use somebody like Justin Bieber, the person who's had that happen, he's given what he wants, which is over here. We know Bieber was famous as a teenager and all of that. How do you think he got that way? Because they harnessed his energy and presented him while him, the self, is broken. He is broken and a shell of himself because he has lost his sense of self. They stole that. This is what Kim found out. She found out exactly what was happening.
So guys, I know that many of you have seen that video, but I also want to point more people's direction to that video because I'm not gonna lie, it really, really is upsetting to see someone calling this lady a fraud, the feds, and all of that nonsense. Ain't no way she's a fed and a fraud and is exposing specific information about Kim Porter's passing? Ain't no way. This is what she does. Some people are gifted on this level and she can't help it. But guys, can we talk about that room? Long table, a lot of people. So, isn't this very much telling that a lot of people are behind Kim Porter's death? Honey, it makes sense. And now you can understand why Mr. Sean Diddy Combs hasn't been arrested despite the Fed searching his house, the allegations against him, because local authorities are in their pockets. And remember, we already heard Diddy has 3 handlers that controls all the power and authority: police department, this department, that department. And think about it. If Kim Porter had died because of toxic metal poisoning, and they could get a coroner to say that woman died from pneumonia, honey, you know that these people are very powerful, and it's a chain of people, honey. It's a chain of people because I know she did not go to a meeting with one, two, three of it, as Sloan said, a round table. She saw something that was very shocking, very disturbing to her, and she shared that information with, international authorities, right? But it seems as though, according to what Sloan said, they were tracking her. Her home was bugged. One of her phone was bugged, but she had a burner that she hid that no one knows she had. Man, I'm just sorry that, that lady did not move away. But I guess sometimes we think that we're safe when we're not. It is still sad. It is still heartbreaking just to know that she died because she was doing good. She wanted to save kids from a ring of trafficking, being ritualized by the wealthy and famous for their own personal greedy gains. And to know that Sloan did this for us free of cost and people are attacking her reputation, accusing her of sacrificing her son for fame that she doesn't have. And when I look at this woman's history, she could have had it. Listen, that is rubbing me the wrong way as a mother. It is because no mother would want to do that to their child. And if this lady has long worked with kids that have been abandoned, knowing that she is one of those kids herself, you know that her kids are precious to her. You know that is something that is going to be wrenching to her for someone to say. So you see, sometimes we have to even though she's gifted and all of that, sometimes we have to stand up for people. We have to bridge the gap, and we don't need to know these people personally, because personally, I don't know Miss Kim Porter, but I've seen her on TV, and she's always a breath of fresh air. I've always wondered why someone so fresh, someone seems so loving and caring, is associated with Diddy. But then remembering sometimes how we get involved with these toxic, narcissistic men, sometimes it happens. And then when we get out of it, we really realize who those people are. Sometimes we want these people to be good, but sometimes they are too far gone. And I think this is what happened to Kim Porter. So I'm just saying that we have to stand up together for the truth. And I understand that as content creators, sometimes we go to lows and sometimes we go to highs, but we should also have limitations at times and think about the things that we say, especially when it comes to someone, kids, how you talk about someone's child, and, to that capacity, saying that someone, did something so atrocious to their child, it's really gut wrenching. And when I watch Sloan Bella live, you can tell that that lady is sensitive about her kids. So I'm just, echoing the sentiments for people to really look into themselves and ask yourself, if someone doesn't know anything about you, is this what you would like them to do? We're not going to be perfect. We have flaws, but I hope that I can learn from this. Y'all can learn from this just the same. I'm just saying that, we can make this world a better place. Sometimes we think that it is impossible, but it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. Okay? I hope that all makes sense to you guys. Anyways, let me know what are your thoughts while you're at it. Thumbs up, share, stay safe, stay blessed, and see you guys later. Peace.